The Ravens versus Bengals game has to be the game of the year so far. I know it wasn't a primetime game and it's still really early in the year, but let's be honest. There has not been any game so far that's even come close. It started off as a nice drive for the Ravens to go up 7-0. Then a few possessions later, the Bengals would tie the game up with a Burrow pass to T. Higgins. The Ravens would get the ball later and go 14-7 in the second quarter thanks to a Lamar Jackson pass to a wide-open Rashad Bateman. After a few possessions later, the Ravens had the ball at the 1-yard line. However, Cincy would come up big and stop Henry the one time of the game they did, and they got a safety to trim the Ravens' lead to 5, 14-9. Right before the half, the Bengals would take the lead for the first time thanks to a Joe Burrow pass to a wide-open Jamar Chase to go 15-14. Then the two-point conversion was good, and all of a sudden the Bengals had a 3-point lead. To open the half, the Bengals would score again to go up double digits thanks to a Joe Burrow pass to guess who? This time it's Chase Brown. The Ravens would answer right back with a Jackson touchdown pass to Isaiah Likely, who is likely becoming a top 5 tight end in the league. Just minutes later, Burrow would find Higgins for the second time in the end zone to go up 31-21. Baltimore once again had an answer as Jackson had some great passes in the drive that included a touchdown pass to the other tight end, not Mark Andrews, but Charlie Kolar. A few minutes later on the first play of the drive, Jamar Chase would take it to the house on a 70-yard pass from Joe Burrow. The Ravens are a great team for a reason, as the two-time MVP would lead B-Moore to another drive that ended a touchdown pass to Likely for the second time of the day. However, the big play came up huge, likely the play of the year so far. The play started when the snap was low and Jackson picked it up and ran backwards, along with stiff-arming Sam Hubbard, who I think that's what he'll be known for, just like Budda Baker was known for being run down by DK Metcalf. Anyway, Jackson threw it off his back foot while being hit out of bounds. The pass was caught by Isaiah Likely in the end zone to trim the Bengals' lead back to 3. It was the Bengals' turn next, and once again they were in position to score and possibly put the game away. But Burrow was not perfect, and after being beaten all day, Marlon Humphrey came up clutch and picked off the former top pick. The Ravens answered right back with a game-tying field goal from Justin Tucker, who was still him. The game was now tied 38-all with about 90 seconds left. Cincy tried, but Burrow was sacked, in which the Bengals decided to just play for overtime. In OT, the Ravens won the toss and elected to receive. They were driving thanks to some nice runs from King Henry. Jackson would find Rashad Bateman for the first down on a big third down conversion, which kept the Ravens in Bengals territory. However, on the next play, Jackson would fumble the snap and the Bengals would recover it. That set up the Bengals in Ravens territory and a chance to win. But instead of throwing it with Burrow to set up much better field goal range, the Bengals decided just to run up the middle on 3 straight runs up the middle. However, despite Evan McPherson being a good kicker and having the leg, he shanked it. But it was later discovered, a few minutes later, that the snap was muffed, which set up McPherson to miss the field goal. The Ravens would get the ball, and this time they would not mess up. Derrick Henry got the ball and pretty much called game. Henry took it all the way to the Bengals' 6-yard line, which set up Justin Tucker to make the game-winning field goal. Wow, that was long. Jackson is now 9-1 versus the Bengals and 6-1 versus Burrow. Bengals fans, Lamar Jackson is your daddy. Jackson also just made his case for his third MVP with 4 touchdown passes, 348 passing yards, and 55 yards on the ground. King Henry, who I just found out last week that his middle name is Lamar, look it up, rushed for 92 yards on the ground and added 1 score. Let me know what you thought of the game, and do you think Jackson is the MVP right now or someone else? Also, let me know if you think the Bengals season is already done.